بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري وأدعو الله إنه يقدم ما فيه العون والفائدة للجميع. I would like to start with a remark actually for the previous speaker, the really enriching, refreshing music. I would love to deliver my speech on the whole music playing in the background. The biggest question that I have today is, I'm a disruptive man. I love disruptive ideas. I love disruptive thinking. I love to change the way you think. Okay? Call me the troublemaker. I never was good at school. Okay? I've always been kicked out. I've always had my parents coming and cheers me up, but of course I cannot remember those days because it's been long ago. Now the biggest question that comes into my mind is, why am I here today? Is not because I can't go to the moon, because I'm here to make you like me and perhaps to love me. Is that good enough? That's a purpose. And how do I make you like me, hopefully to love me, is by giving you what you think would change the way you think. Because branding is about mindset change. It is not about behavior, current behavior. It's about a future behavior. A very successful consultant friend of mine, one of the major fashion houses in the world, told me once, in the fashion industries, and I'm one of them, we love to study traditions and habits and learn of ways how to break them. Does that make sense? Think of that. You see, we always get attached to the things we grew up with that we lose sight of where changes comes. Didn't that what happened to Nokia? Is everybody familiar with the Nokia story? They thought they manipulated the world, they controlled the world, telecommunication equipments, until Android came in. They laughed at it at first. Today they are following it. But I want to start with the story of Picasso. Everybody knows Picasso? Who doesn't know Picasso? Picasso was in a lab and as one of his students walked in, saw a rock in front of him. And the student looked at his master and he says, "Master, what is this?" He says, "This is a rock." He says, "I can see it. What are you going to do with it?" You see, it's a mind change. Listen carefully to the word chosen by Picasso. He says, "I want to bring out the lion." He didn't say, "I'm going to make a lion out of it." He says, "I'm going to bring out the lion." What does that mean? A positive confirmation of affinity. I'm going to do something that is to bring life. And the student looked at him and he says, "Master, that must be a tough task. How are you going to bring a lion out of this rock?" He says, "Actually, it's simple. Remove everything that doesn't look like a lion out until the lion comes out." What does that mean? Branding is about creating life, a change. Now, I'd like to be disruptive in a way of thinking of the next task, basically. Forget who we are. I want to start with a question. Disruptive questions, and I hope someone has help me to answer this. Which is more important to you? Solving your business problems or overcoming your business recession? Could anybody answer that question? I can't hear you. Overcoming your business recession. Does anybody, whoever agrees with the lady, raise your hand, please. I don't see so many agrees. Does that everybody agrees? Disagree? Okay, let's carry on a little bit. Now, the next statement, a fireman knows only how to put out a fire. He doesn't help you rebuild. Now, nowadays I see more firemen running businesses than building ones. True or false? Who says true? Raise their hand. I've got the whole room full of disagreements. Who says it's false? Raise your hand. Wow, nobody is in either side of it. Anybody help? Okay. Now, this is why I brought those two questions. During crisis, most people are focused on putting out fires, not realizing that they are losing sight of the opportunities that could help them build or rebuild to come out of the crisis. Who agrees or disagree? Now I'm seeing more agreements. Now we're progressing. I'm getting to the like stage. Marvelous. It's a reality. We get caught up with listening to the negative stories. We start searching for negative stories nowadays than it is for the positive ones. Why is that happening? When people say we have economic problems, no, we have economic talents. Problems. We don't have necessary talents to cope up with the changes that's carrying on today. So we hang up on the first or the easiest way out to say it's tough times for everybody. It is not tough times for everybody. I have a story. Friends of mine a couple of months ago, he has a franchise of cafes in Dubai. And he says, times are bad, and I need to really get out of business. Or just focus on the franchises and sell. I says, let me ask you a question. Are all the cafes in Dubai or UAE are doing bad? He says, no. He says, that means there are some are making money and some are losing money. He says, yes. He says, what are you coffee? What do you sell? He said, I sell coffee. Looked at him and says, what does Starbucks sell? What kind of an experience? Hmm? You sure you want to change you've got a chance to change your mind. Okay? Personal what? Personalization. Okay. I don't know what's the meaning of the personalization. It's too vague of a statement for me. But if you walk to a Starbucks today and sit on those nice, comfortable chairs, does anybody come to you and say, would you care to order? Or I'm sorry, you have to pay to stay here? No. So let me ask again. What does Starbucks sell you? The environment. You see, they made it a social promotion that I care so much for you, the time you spend, that I don't care to make money. I'm going to give you, and you make a decision. So you have if you want to have a meeting with your people, you come and meet. If you want to study, spend time, you come. You don't have to buy. But by the way, we have coffee that you can buy. We have sandwiches that we can buy. We have sweets if you're going to buy it. You see how it played? That's how they became popular. They thought of people, that people liked them, loved them, not because they're selling them coffee, because they can get coffee anywhere else, but they gave them a space that they can be themselves without being pushed to buy. That's the experience. So they thought of the relationship. Why do we need these people to come to Starbucks? The question was, we have to give them a reason to be here. And they did that successfully. Let's move forward.